Hello and welcome to City Skylines with me, Neat, and today we are back trying Cities Skylines 2. I played it quite a bit in the summer and this is when it kind of first came out, and there were so many issues, so many problems that I kind of gave up with it, to be honest. I loved the first City Skylines. I loved the ability to kind of mod and make the game like your own little world, and to really make your city unique. And then the second one kind of promised this, so I was quite excited to jump into it, but it just had so many problems. I understand quite a lot's changed since then. I am having issues with Cities Skylines 2, so they've now got the Paradox mods, so it's a lot easier to install mods, but I think I'm worried my game may crash. A couple of times I've opened it up and it's either been really slow or it's crashed. There's been an issue. So we'll see how we go with this video, but fingers crossed, because I'm really keen to make a UK based city. Now I've got off of Paradox mod the Portsmouth map. Now I'm not going to recreate Portsmouth, but it's obviously based on a British city, and I've got the UK kind of mod with all the little buildings. So we're going to try and build something English based, British based, and this is a really nice map anyway, so we've got access to everything. It's on the coast, so fingers crossed we're going to get some good stuff, and hopefully nothing's going to break on me. Fingers crossed. You never know on this game. It's such a shame because I love like city building based games. I think they're so amazing and what you can do is just incredible. So we start off in our little square here. I'm going to pause the game so we don't lose too much money. But yeah, it's a lovely map. There's a bit of ocean. There's like, this is kind of in Portsmouth, the kind of like South Sea kind of like centre bit, which has got touristic stuff, bars, shops. Not that we're going to do exactly that, but you know, see what we can do. Which type of music do we want? We'll see. We might switch music. So this is our starting map. We've already got a rail line, train line in, and we've also got a road kind of going out in that direction. Now, what way is wind going? Let's have a little look. So wind is this one. So wind's blowing inland, so we kind of want industry up this way, which makes sense with the rail line and everything. And then we want houses kind of along the coastline. And what about water flow? So water is flowing kind of in lots of different directions really. So what we'll do first of all is pop in our water area. So we're just going to pop, hopefully it's going to play ball. It probably won't let me. What we might do instead, because it's all built out, we'll do a little water tower just somewhere up here for now, near the centre, near the way in. That will do. And then we're going to put the sewage down at the bottom. Whether it'll let me, it's going to have some issues, isn't it? There we no. Why? You can go there. Just one can go there. Don't know why. I think it's where it's a one that's made by people. I mean, technically, actually, we could probably move it this away, so like it's away from the mainland. Can we pick a picker? A picker. Can I move you? If I put him over here, will it let me? No, it's not going to let me because it's like that protected thing again. I could do it on that side, which would pull it all over there. No, we'll leave it where it is. Let's leave it. Oh. It needs me to do something with it. No, just leave it. So we're going to do a little bit of an industrial area over here. So let's just probably make it a little bit of a curve. Out that way. If that doesn't look too weird, it does look weird. I'm really terrible sometimes at getting things started. My brain can't decide what to do. There you go. And then we're going to just bing, because that will work quite nicely with the train line. We'll just bring a nice road up. Or do we even make a little grid maybe? Where's the grid one? Here. We can get a few little bits in there, can't we? And then maybe if you come out straight down the hill. Doesn't look too bad. So that will all be industry. Now we can't specify, I don't think, the industry to be any particular way. Electricity. We haven't got a British version of any of these. I think we're already connected electricity-wise from the outside world. We'll see how that pans out. So we've got some nice little roundabouts already here, and obviously we've got this road that's going to go in a direction. I might give it a rough direction. So it's kind of following-ish the road that way. And then we're going to make this area here a lovely kind of, yeah, beach side, because not that I'm trying to copy Portsmouth, but I really liked how it had kind of the road just swerving along the coast, if I remember correctly. I think that had an area that wasn't all along the coast, but where they had a bit of grassland, but you know, a little bit of grassland for people to walk down into the beach maybe. I don't know, we might just get rid of that bit there. Because then that's pedestrian. Or is it road? What is that? I think that then goes pedestrian, doesn't it? So it's like cut off, but that's fair enough. So it just means people can drive up to a point-ish. Yeah. And then we're gonna kind of make this whole area a little bit of an estate. So if we use this as a bit of a guide, we could make this bit a little mini high street maybe. Again, we need it to link up to something, so whether or not it makes its way over to this bit, because this bit's got to go in a direction, hasn't it? I think he will go off that way maybe. Maybe not quite as sharp as I've made it go. Ah, this is what I mean. So this is kind of going to be a main shop. This is another pedestrian. I want to say it's pedestrian. It doesn't quite indicate what that is. But that's what I'm going to work with, pedestrian. Yeah. Oh, let me go to that bit. Oh, wrong road. Oh, no. No. My bad. I think there is a way you can upgrade roads or change roads to a function. Yet to figure that one out. So yeah, it just connects all the way across, then it kind of sets things up. And if we're going to make it a bit of a high street, actually making it one with parking would be quite good, wouldn't it? So maybe, how do we upgrade? Oh, I don't know whether I can upgrade. Oh, what? There used to be a way to upgrade roads. Madness. Because I don't want it all to be immediately... Do you know what I mean? Oopsie daisy. I'm having a field day here, aren't I? Terrible job, Sarah, honestly. Yeah, because we don't want every single bit of it going to be pedestrianised parking. We're just trying to think how we can... Because no, nobody has that much parking on their high street. Nobody does. What am I doing? How do I upgrade? Is there a button I need to press to upgrade? Toggle replace. Ah, yeah, my bad. Right, what we'll do, we'll go back to the way I was doing it before. There. And then we're going to upgrade a section to be a certain way. So this is one that's got a 2-lane road, parking spots and a divider. Which the high street might be quite nice to have a bit of a divider so people can cross, is what I'm thinking. Or we've got narrow-ish, but that's not really narrow. We've got straight parking zones. Don't really know the difference really, it's just the ease of parking, isn't it? I think we'll do that. So we've got like one little section there. Maybe if we do 2 sections that are good for parking. For the people that want to park, they can come along and park. Cool. So that's going to have shops. I promise it will get interesting at some point. Now we've only got EU shops at the moment. And again, I want to see how things zone. We do normally have shops all together though, so let's just zone one little bit for now and see what that develops like. And then we also need houses. So, looking at houses, let's put in some more streets. Is there a way to make the streets tree lined? There should be a way to make them tree lined, shouldn't there? It's probably because I've got mods turned off at the moment, because I think I've got issues with mods. Where do we want things to go? So that's our high street where there's parking. We want to find a way to connect up to that without people having to do some weird wiggly wobblies. What about if we put a roundabout, a nice tree roundabout? Here. Always do another one over there. We can upgrade you to a tree. We can upgrade you to a tree. I like my trees. Can't put one in there, sadly, because they're kind of tree roundabouts, but not. We Brits love our roundabouts. It's annoying that I can't do a tree-lined road, though. I thought there was a way, but I think maybe with my mods turned off. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. So we are going to have this. I don't want to impede on the highway. So which way do we want things to go? Does that work? Did that do anything? Because there's like this odd little area over here. I don't know how I'm going to fill that out without that being odd. Because that could all just be like pedestrianised shops, couldn't it? This could be the end of the line. Lots of things to fiddle with.
Was truly superfluous. Masterful counterpart. You're listening to Second Moon Radio, the station of levitated tastes. Don't touch that dial.
And then we can do And then each one will have its own little tree bit. And yeah, it's just figuring out what we're going to do here. We don't have those kinds of junctions in England, so not many of those kinds of junctions. So they all have to be, well, actually those would, but never mind, they're roundabouts now. Suck it. I don't know what to do with this bit because this is quite cute over here. Could it be a fully pedestrianised area? You know, we have got pedestrian roads, which is what these are. So like, could we not just link that up? No? Is that weird? I feel like that looks dangerous though. But you kind of want it all to connect up because at the moment, if you live over here, you need to go like this to the high street or all around the outside, which isn't the end of the world, is it? I don't know why the pedestrian road is so... Why is that so much narrower? What have they used? Because we could change one of them up so it doesn't connect, or we could make this just a big park actually. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be a park at some point. So let's put some houses in. I'm going to draw our houses in and we're going to focus on UK only. And these are semi-detached, so these are posh people. And it'll be really interesting to see what we get with our posh people. If there's anything useful that props up. Don't know if that's going to build anything there. See what we get. What if we do all of that and see what populates? Interessante. And we haven't got anything else to do right now. Looks like there's no electricity issues right this second. I'll see what we can do with mods at some point though, but I just want to make sure the game works. I think it's definitely the mods, which means I just need to figure out what mod we've got an issue with. Well, they're not even built yet. I want to see what they look like before I put in more. I realise that I should have made that only for that. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Got to make everything look even. That's what British things are. No, they're not. We're all wonky-dory, which is normal. Nothing wrong with being wonky. Maybe. Right. Are people happy? Maybe. Let's see what we get. And we have got any parky stuff? No parky stuff yet, but we've got various little things like about parking, some park furniture stuff. Yeah, so I've got the ability to make parks, no problem. Yeah, I just haven't got all the mod features that I've got set up on my thing. I want to see if cars drive down here, do you know what I mean? And can I make them into roundabouts? I can. Oh, that's cute. Oh, dang it. Missed opportunity. It's like, yeah, boy. Why not? Could make one giant roundabout here, couldn't we? I just wonder whether I change this bit up. I don't know what to do with it though. Maybe we do that into a roundabout. So it's a bit of a windy road into a roundabout, but then just have a bit that sneaks off if people need to, or that's not really that perfect, is it? We could probably do it here. Then, no. Oh, we've got a pub. Everybody likes a pub. Just trying to figure out how best to link that road up to there. I mean, do we want cars to drive there? That's the other question. Oh yeah, there we go. That'll do. That'll do. Right. So, as we can see, we've now got lots of things unlocked. But look at these houses. Oh, the ones on the beach. I think we're going to scrap the ones on the beach. I think they look a little bit silly. Look, we've got sand. I know you've got sand, darling, but I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to not allow you to live there. Sorry. Don't want to live by poop, do you? Nobody wants to live by poop. But, alas, it's all going to be fine. We are going to give you more homes. Do not worry yourselves. There you go. So right on the beach, we've got a couple of homes. Whether or not we can get away with that. And this whole estate, we're going to make cute. And just, yeah, fill some random bits in. I quite like it when it's a bit odd, because I feel like a lot of British estates, there's more symmetry now than there used to be, but I think there's a lot of estates out there that are just a bit random, you know, where people kind of done odds and sods, which I like. I admit I like that. So it's just interesting to see how it all builds out. So what a dream to live here, hey? You know, if we're being honest, I would love to live there. Okay, cool. So now we can put another housing bit along here. So people would come along and go, oh look, don't know why you're parking outside your house, you've got a freaking drive, mate. Look, they're all kind of similar, these three, and then you've got these two that are similar, which you would kind of get a couple of, yeah, I like it, living in a good spot. And then you've got this posho who's got a freaking mansion, which you would expect more of these mansions by the coast. Yeah, liking it. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Could never afford any of these, could we? Yeah, this is looking spot on, my friend. Absolutely stunning. So, shop-wise, we've got some really hideous shops. Sorry to say it, but they don't look very British. We've got, aptly near the beach, I guess, one with like ice cream. You know, it's not atrocious, but it's not what I would call a British high street, you know. But at the moment, obviously we haven't got high density. I think that's probably the problem, is the lack of high density, I guess. And again, we're just going to follow the same trend, the 4 and the 4 for these, and then start to put in some more houses around here. So we've got a lovely spot for houses. We've got different ones now. So we've got low density, UK medium semi-detached houses, and we've got terraced houses. So we're not doing terraced yet. I think we're going to keep the low density here along this little bit. I'm going to keep them the same size. 4 there, little 3, little 4. Bigger ones there. So this whole area I'm purposely making the same, because it's going to feel like we're by the coast, we're right by the ocean. So like it should be more expensive, I guess, to live along here. That's what I'm thinking, my thoughts are. Again, we're just going to get rid of some of this to enable more houses along here. Actually, if we do that, and then we will do that. To really mess around with it, the AI is not that smart. Sorry, but it's not. If I could be honest, it could be a better game. I love the idea of it, I love the idea of building a city, but I do think it's still a year on a bit janky, and it's a shame to be janky, in my opinion. I think, you know, considering how strong the following is for this game, they could do better, and they could be better. And do a nice big garden there. And then I think we will do that to make more on that road. And we're gonna give them the opportunity to grow into whatever they want. And let's see what's appearing. What have we got? So it's actually telling me I've got medium density demand, but right now, oh shit, forgot hearses, funeral stuff, doctors, all those important things. So we're going to stick with UK. We need a little medical practice. So actually, I think the GP would fit in quite nicely here. Let's have a little look. What are we dealing with? Does he look odd there? Does he look all right? I think he looks right, and then he's by this bit. If I could just move him like a smidge. There you go. Because I could always, we can build a little path up from there, I think. I want it to be pedestrianised, that's the problem. Because pedestrian stuff, honestly. There must be a better one. Where's this? Where's the path? There it is. I was going to say there is a better one.
You're tuned into Second Moon, the channel where the classics never grow old.
Interesting news from the city's export division. Sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what to do with.
And you know what that means, folks. It means
There you go. So we kind of connected up various spots, haven't we, to that pedestrian path, and I'm going to make it more pedestrianised. So don't panic. It's not going to be like this forever. It's just giving time for things to build out a little bit. So we got a beautiful medical centre, which is just like you'd expect at the GP, with lots of parking, plus parking on the high street. I think that's not badly positioned. And then we have got extensions. So we've got a ward extension and we've got a ambulance thing, but they're all internal, so we don't need to mess with that. And then death care, we've got like a little parish church situation.
Sounds like we're the ones who will end up paying for it. Should we be worried?
And where would we need a little cemetery? What if we had the cemetery in this little park bit that we're going to have? Would that be weird? Could it be weird? Or we have the cemetery over here. So it's kind of near the high street. So normally the churches are like near the centre of where the little hub or village is. And I'm trying to think like this might start off as a little village that slowly has grown out. So yeah, maybe we'll put him there. So it's cute, you know, and it hasn't got any parking or anything for it. It's got some little paths that you can walk out the sides. What if we move him actually to the housing estate? Would that be odd? So it's not quite near the high street, near some of the houses. It would be around some houses, but normally, yeah. What do we think? Where would we put a church? I think in between the housing estate might be a little bit odd. But I'm trying to think where a church sits. in all the towns I go to, it's kind of near the town centre, but like off on a little road. So maybe what we'll do is actually have him sat off, maybe even like not even a pedestrian, sorry. Let's go for like a little alley, because they're normally on like an old school road. You know what, we could position him over here, couldn't we? Let's scratch that. We put him over here. It's not attached to a road. And then we make a little road, like a little alley. Just need to move him along a little bit so he can actually fit in. Oh, don't be a knob. Arrgh. Why do you have to be a knob? Don't be a knob. Well, you're a knob. Aren't you? Why are you being a knob? It's just like, it'd be cute to have a church in the middle of a parky bit. But apparently, actually it's a bit weird. So you know what? We are going to move you one more time. Normally it's just off like a little road somewhere in a weird little spot, but kind of near a high street. These are going to have like terraced houses. I don't want him near there. Could it be over here? Oh, it's too much choice. No, we're going to put him there for now. You stay in there, Derek. It's interesting about the park. So there are graveyard expansions, so we do need to make room for those expansions because they cost quite a bit. So we're just going to leave him be. He looks alright there anyway, but still winding me up trying to, isn't it? Right, aside from hospital and death care, we've also got landfill, but I'm not going to do a landfill for the time being. We're going to leave that. And electricity and everything's fine. We're just bringing it in externally. So we've now got the ability to start kind of making this feel a little bit more realistic, I guess. So we're just going to connect up some little paths for various places, because we would expect what? Why are you having a problem? Honestly, no. Don't be weird with zoning. Do not be weird with zoning. Honestly. Every time. Just can't win. And we can make some little tree bits. So that's all connected. And then we've got like this bit over here. I don't know if I can get a path in there. Can. Just. Who's complaining? Stop complaining. You can't. There's no issue there. Why can't you get out? I'm not blocking anyone's drive. Honestly. Such moaning myrtles, these lot, aren't they? But all we're trying to do is connect everything up so people don't feel like they're they can't get to the shops. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's a bad thing, trying to get people to the shops. And then we can connect this bit up. Oh, screw you. Honestly. If they just worked on not making the game glitchy, it would be a lot better, in my opinion. Maybe my opinion doesn't mean very much. I get the sense that's right. Oh, what's wrong now? Honestly. There you go, now you're alright. Quit your moaning. It's not going to let me do that bit because it was going to tell me that it's in the middle of two houses. Yeah. So everything's kind of interconnected, or as interconnected as it needs to be, really. And then we can do some more houses over here. They're going to look really beautiful by the time you're all done. And then the whole housing estate, our first little housing estate, our little village here, other than this guy freaking moaning about his freaking thing. Honestly, what can a girl do? Nothing. What? Now you've decided you can't live there, you little bastard. Why? Because there's a pavement there, you can't live there. Don't be daft. You little moron. Honestly. And can we sneak in here? Maybe. I like to think that you want to make things like quite pedestrianised because that's going to reduce the amount of cars on the road, is my thoughts. Whether or not it will come to fruition, maybe not at the moment, looking at it. And we are a tiny village, which means we've unlocked roundabouts. We've unlocked advanced road services. We could have an emergency battery station. We could have a crematorium. I think we will keep our points for now and start to think about our lovely park. Wow, she says, actually, this is looking really good, isn't it? Look at these houses. Oh. So we would kind of come on in. Is there a car I can follow? And you've got all these houses that are all kind of similar. Look at those houses, gorgeous. Got a nice fancy roundabout with a tree that's growing. All these poshos. It's got a sea view. Sure, the rain is exactly what they want for England. Very realistic. Lovely posh big houses. These houses would be probably millions of pounds to be by the sea. Got a little path cutting through. Oh, it looks amazing. And then this is going to be our little park that we're going to build here, I think. Open it out. And then we've got our slightly smaller houses here. Nonetheless, just as cool. So, very nice. Oh, it's like a bit nostalgic, isn't it? I do like how it's all placing at the moment. I feel like everything's kind of looks realistic but in a perfect way, if that makes sense. Because like in England, everything's kind of so old, everything's crammed together. So now we want to think more about terraced houses, of which we now have. So we have the medium density semi-detached and medium density terraced houses. And if you know anything about England, we could allude to terraced houses. Absolute chucker of them, so many. So what I'm thinking is maybe building a little bit of a terraced-y, because normally a lot of these places will have nice big houses, although they wouldn't be the detached, to be fair, in a city like this. Ignore the poop station, he will move, it's not there forever. But yeah, you probably wouldn't see that right by the coast, you'd probably have that up on the outskirts of a city somewhere. But we're imagining, we're just going to imagine, and it might change anyway. So what we're going to do is literally just do a straight line, and we're going to grid it because it's the best way.
Will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been
So I think that's probably a good place to start.
Recent spikes in demand have
Now they wouldn't all be roundabouts, to be fair, in this sort of situation. They probably would be junctions like that. So let's just put in and see what we get. We'll do those two squares and see what it looks like. Now I have a feeling it's going to be a weird one. Yeah, it is. So I knew that was going to happen. What we need to do is actually put in a little pavement along here and here and here and here and here and here.
Whereas I make no apology.
Because that then builds out everything properly, the zones all properly. She says, and the second I remove it, it goes and bloody does it again.
Though I do thank you for the honor, but I digest.
Let's have a little look what we get. So it's looking like they're not meeting in the middle. So they don't go long enough, do they, for this grid workout. So we probably actually need to re-evaluate the whole road. Boom, 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 doo, doo, doo. Oh, bugger. Honestly. So you want kind of 4. Just making it as thin as we can make it. Is that going to be odd?
Is the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
Doesn't look even, does it?
While we are discussing the study of the statistical abstraction and its effect on the human.
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priority.
I just don't think it's going to do what I want it to
The
do.
leader of the City Services Division is with us in the studio today to talk about why they're contracting with outside agencies to provide vital services for our residents. Isn't that going to be costly, Mr. Councilman?
Well, quite frankly, yes. It is an additional expense, but the residents have come to expect a certain level of services, and we simply do not have the capacity to provide them.
So let's have a little play around.
Sounds like we're the ones who will end up paying for it. Should we be worried?
I expect the residents would be more distressed if key services became unavailable. Their quality of life.
Yeah, it's not going to match up, is it?
Sense them.
Not with that grid structure. It's not going to do what we want it to do. So, as annoying as it is, we're going to have to just make our own grid. I know. Hard to believe. But I'm learning. That's the beauty of this game, is you just kind of figure things out as you go along. So, what we're going to do, get rid of the grid, put them in about halfway. And again, we'll have it as a bit of a century thing. We could even end up and that way that and that meets up a little bit, which would be nice. And now we've got the grid situation, so we want it to be so that houses are kind of 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then cool. So let's have a little play around then. And then we'll link you all up. I know they're not all exactly the same length, but tough titties is happening. And is that the hill? Is that our terrain here? That's playing up. So can I soften? Is that going to help? No. What about if we use our pavements? Is that going to help? It's not going to let me do what I wanted to do. Gosh darn it. Well, we could just do that. That will fix the problem. Honestly, sometimes I'm just like, oh, forget. Screw it. So this should now pull what I wanted it to pull. Just took a bit longer. So this is technically medium density, so it's a bit more built up. Look at this area, it's looking lovely now, isn't it? What we can start to do is also sprinkle some trees down. So we'll go for full mature trees. We'll get a couple of bushes and just a couple, nothing too much, because otherwise it gets a bit weird. And again, just a couple. So it'll take a minute for them to grow through, and we don't want a huge forest of trees, do we? And then we got this one. Speckle them around. I've only made it a small strength, because it will take a minute to see them all pop up and grow. There you go, look at that, looking better, isn't it? It's quite believable, really. And then these houses coming through. When they come through. I think what we're going to have to do is just see what pops up. Because if we get some weird stuff, I'm going to have to delete them until the right thing pops up. Because, you know, we've got a gap here. Like, why is there a gap? There shouldn't be gaps. But anyway, let's give it a minute. Grow, my pretty, grow. And then we've also got more demand for industry for our little roundabouts, which we will think about, because we've got different type of industry which I prefer to use. So some of them are popping up. Look at that. Oh, that's looking good. Look at our little town. our population of 500 people. We're purely a village, but we're a really nice village. We're really friendly. Ah, look at the trees in the sand, because there's loads of trees in the sand. I would love to live here, in this bit. Just ignore the industry in the background. There we go, look at that. So it's all starting to crop up. There's a couple of gaps that definitely need building into. It's just having a look at, like, so yeah, you can see how, like, that one's in the wrong way round. That one's in the wrong way round. That one's in the wrong way round. You're the wrong way round. You're the wrong way round. You're the wrong way round. Come on, laddies. No. No. We're going to have to play this ball. Are we going to have to? Yes, we are, because you're not letting me. Honestly. Every time it tries to do something stupid, you just got to tell it what's what and hope for the best. That's the problem, is we've got all these little random gaps. If I could move them, I would move them. Because, like, one house is not actually one house. Look, one house is 3 houses for some reason. Oh, 3 households. Excuse me. But look at that, it's beautiful. This is British. Thank you. Doing it properly. Oh, you little turd, stop it. You need to learn to just be built the right way round. Gosh darn it. See, these ones got the memo. That row, perfect. Nobody's got a problem. The other rows don't get the memo. So, professional panel. We have unlocked a French thing. We've got more stuff. We've got more things we can build with. Yay! I don't get why 1 or 2 have no qualms. And then you get these ones where nothing can go right. What I really need to do is, like, shuffle them along, I guess. Stop it! Oh, I've done it wrong. There you go. I don't know why there's a couple of gaps though. Will they just fill in? Maybe if I force them, a small house will just pop up. But look at that. That's very British, isn't it? Extremely. Oh, I didn't see you creep through the net, mister. Thank you. If they could just move along one. Is that what I'm going to have to make them do, is make them move along? Maybe this whole side has an issue, it's not as long as this one. This one's fine when things are in the right place. There you go. So you're now fully kitted out. Yeah, so it can't possibly... Basically, this whole side needs to be one extra thing along. So now, if we get rid of that and put in the high density terraced houses, other than the fact that it's now telling me you're not. What? What's gone on with the train here? I do not understand what you're doing, mister. stop it now. Stop being a little turd. Stop being a turd. If you're going to play Silly Buggers, cool. So it looks like we now, if we could just fix the terrain, so we're going to do we should be able to zone it in properly. Maybe. I zoned in the wrong thing. I have, haven't I? You little buggers. I was going to say, they're too small. What? Have I made it too long now? What's going on? Ah! The price for perfection is insane. What we could do though is maybe make this bit, I don't know, tree lined? I don't know. No. Instead, we're just going to move the road in so that it doesn't wind up then. She says with good intentions. Oh shit. No! Don't be annoyed, laddie. There we go. Right. Who'd have thought that would be as problematic as it was? Anyone? And I keep building French buildings just for fun. Come on, move your entrance. Oh, bollocks. You got one. Fucker. There we go. Now, I bet nobody imagined that I would spend so long trying to perfect my terraced houses. But I did. Because I'm a moron.
Thank you, Professor.
So we now have education. So, and with education, we have, what do we have? We've got urban primary school. We've got a suburban primary school. And we've got a secondary school. Urban or suburban? Let's have a little look-ski. What do you look like, mister? That's so cute. That's old school. That's ultra modern. And then secondary school's a big mama. So you're quite similar, and that's a school like I remember going to. This one's just got loads of characters, so we're going to go with the urban one. And we're going to put the school somewhere off of, like over here, I think, off of the main road. So maybe if we make this a bit of a main road, because obviously it links up to the high street. Now, normally the schools are a little bit back set. So we will mess about with it. Take a road up to the school. Put in our trusty roundabouts. Because... oh no, I didn't mean to. How do I remove a roundabout? Ah, dang it. It was an accident. No, 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 no. Ah, fuck. Yes. Note to self. Stop getting involved. Now, what upgrades does the school have? We've got extra classrooms, which is on top, and we've also got extra classrooms, which is on top. So no expansions, But as you can see, there is no parking or whatsoever, which there should be parking. So we're going to kind of make this like a school district is what I'm thinking, like a whole road of school stuff. And actually if we make it one way, even better. So we're going to upgrade it so that it's one way in, one way out, which you get often with schools. And we're going to move him along so he's kind of sat like that. So like parents could drop off actually. So maybe if we change the road into a road where people can pull in like that. Amazing. So we've got loads of parking now for the school. And then even if we could do another one. I'm just trying to think how we could do it without it being odd. Is that weird? I was trying to think like how you do it, but I might just need to build a car park, do you know what I mean? Because otherwise that just looks a bit odd, doesn't it? But I don't want people to leave any one way. You know what, we're going to make it a normal road. It's not B Falls, normal road. Sorry. And then we'll have to put parking in. So what kind of car parks have we got? Haven't unlocked parking. Oh, my bad. Let's leave. How do I leave? How do I leave? No. Parking, parking, parking. We want to purchase parking points. Parking. Parking. Yeah. Yeah. Thank God. So, parking. What kind of car park have we got? We've got canopy covered. We've got solar panelled, which is kind of cool. And then if it's all one way, they can park up. We've got small, medium solar panelled. Just got a really long car park. Wide car park. Oh, all the choices. And then you've got these nice big ones that kind of fill everything in. Why don't we try and be eco-conscious? Ah, you're not long enough. No, it's a waste. So we're going to mess with things a bit because things aren't quite where I want them to be. Let's put in the one-way road again because that's what we do need. One-way road. Cool. And then parking wise, we're going to just go for this very large one, but we need to now bring everything back. So 2 squares back. Okay, cool. So we're going to move you 2 squares back and we're going to bulldoze you. My one-way road. Now, hopefully you're going to fit in. Yes, it is. Nice. And then we can move you back to where you belong. It's just a shame it's a bit wonky sat in there, isn't it? It's not this bit, it's this road that's wonky. So maybe if I make that road not wonky, because I hate things being wonky. Cool. Right, now it's not wonky. Now it's all very pretty. And we've got parking for everybody for the schools. And then we can tree line, maybe. Do a line of trees shaped a road. Ah, that's cool. We want, I don't know, these ones. And then along here. Oh, what's going on? Why have you gone babyish? Excuse me? I did not give you permission to go tiddly. Thank you. There we go. That looks fantastic. And then we obviously have our higher education school. I probably wasted all my money. I have. Why? Why have I wasted all my money? Is it because I haven't put enough houses in? I might have to put a pin in the school situation just so I can work on housing and industry. But we've got a school. It's currently got 86 pupils. We've got a nice little village that's doing very well. So we can't complain, can we? I think it looks really, really, really good. Apart from this one little spot that won't build a house. Oh, Ted. Build a house. Anyway. So, normally what we then do is build out, because obviously this is not all built out to the school yet, but I want to work on industry because as you can see we are absolutely pissing out money. Nothing we're doing is working well. We could probably get away with taxing them a bit more. So we'll just see how that plays out and if that helps with our budget. Oh, monthly balance. What am I doing wrong? So education. We take the budget down. Healthcare and deaf care. Is that going to help? Is that going to make things better? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So we've got way more demand for housing and then obviously we've got industry. We're just going to build out a little bit more housing. I don't know if I've got room to do one more. One, two, three, four. But yeah, because of the slope, I think it's the slope. It's not, it doesn't look very sloped though, does it? So does that fix the issue? No, obviously not. God forbid you can fix an issue, eh? Ooh, that did though. Cool. So again, we're going to go UK, medium density terraced. See what props up, see if I'm going to get mad at it again. Now we've got a whole extra row of houses being built. That's supposed to be medium density, not low density though, so I don't know why, what the problem is there. You don't have to be built like that. Oh, that's why. Honestly, you're going to make me annoyed. Stop it. I don't want you there though. I don't want you there. Oh. Stop winding me up. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna have arguments. It's literally whack-a-mole. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Seriously, please stop being a twat. Thank you. Honestly, they just really like to wind me up. No. It's not what I said, is it? No. Absolutely not. Stop it. Stop it. What is with your intrusive thoughts? Trying to build in one specific place. Come on, bro. Stop being a turd. Turn around. Any other way. Like, literally any other way. You know what? We're just going to de-zone you. You're not allowed. Forbidden. We'll wait for your friends to appear.
The city will be experiencing rolling blackouts.
Why are we still losing lots of money?
These breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
So we're dropping down, but we aren't producing, I think basically is the issue. We need to build industry. So if we look at industry, we've got anything around here that's from those industries. We've got trees. What? Industries all the way over there? Okay. So you're basically saying I can't do any industry. What? Bro. Well, I suppose I'm just going to have to give in and put some industry down over here for now.
That's right. Today we are talking about the increased likelihood that you'll die.
That's not exactly.
That'll do for now, because we do want to avoid doing too much of that kind of industry.
That's a wild overkill.
So we've also got demand for medium density.
She said panic. The death rate is skyrocketing. We've got to get out of here.
And the only medium density we've got is
Clear up the
apartments.
mess. We'll be back after this.
So I wonder whether, at least for now, we just put in some apartments
That's right, Linda. But apparently that's not all.
and see what that looks like.
We're joined today by an expert guest, Professor Nutbuck.
Welcome.
Don't think it's going to look very good, but we're here trying it.
Bad for the people trying
Don't know what's going on here.
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations within ideological reward structures.
Sometimes it's as simple as reminding it that there's something there that can be built on.
Consider capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the sound of
But
that.
while we are discussing the study of a statistical
And
abstraction
hope
and its effect,
that that's going to fix the issue.
Thank you, Professor.
it is a question of
But it's how do we continue to boost? You know, we're still losing. Like, look at this. How are we losing that much? Our budgets are way down, or we're trying to, but our production is negligible. So I think that's the problem, is production. We're going to have to figure this one out. I don't know what to do about it. I've put in the housing for medium density, so don't be weird about it. And then I can't build anything else because you're not letting me. What do we do about this issue, hey? How do we produce more things when there's no demand for it? I still think this game's a bit broken, to be honest. I wanted to mess with my school area, but I'm worried about the money I've got to spend. Well, what we'll do, we'll leave that for today's episode because we've done quite a bit. We've gone from 0 to 1,000 population. We've built out our lovely village bit. We've got our lovely terraced houses, despite the floor at the front there. We'll figure out. And then next time when we come back, we'll tackle this deficit. So I think we'll look at industry and trying to build out a bigger infrastructure. I also want to see if I can start working on the park over there that we've saved. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video on our attempt at a British based city. We're starting very small, but fingers crossed it will end up looking really, really good in the future. Thanks for watching. See you soon.